Hello guys, welcome to my newest YouTube video. Today I'm back on my one of my favorite tier 9 premium ships, Jean Bart. And this is a game I played actually yesterday with my clanmate David. Uh, he was playing in Brindisi and we are playing on the map Shatters, right? So Uh, the matchmaking was quite nice because we are basically in top tier battleship and top tier cruiser in almost almost majority of ships is tier 7. So really nice matchmaking, and there is only one destroyer in this game. So for battleship, it's quite nice to actually see that, right? Uh, in the beginning, I was checking David's camouflage because he has some of the summer vacation camo with palm trees on it. So really interesting camo. And then I was checking the Iowa, and I noticed that she has no camouflage. She had no flags. So I was like saying to David, "Oh, okay, we probably shouldn't be expecting too much from the Iowa." But because we spawned on the left side, we were pushing to the flank. Brindisi and Jean Bart, I already popped up my engine boost in the beginning, and I wanted to go to the flank as fast as possible. I noticed that there is the enemy team in two Atlantas and München, so it's heavy HE spammers division. And I already noticed at this point that Mayhem is actually sailing into really bad position. He's going through the channel next to the Charlie, and I already told my clanmate that he will die immediately when he passes the channel, because he's pushing the enemy team has three Atlantas and Riga. Those are four radar cruisers, and people often forgot that the Atlantas have radar, right? So I said to my clanmate, okay, he will die. He will die soon. And as you can see, I'm pinging him and spamming him to get back, but you will see what will happen. Now he's perma-detected by the Mayhem, and he found two Atlantas, the Akatsuki and Menchen. So he found the enemy division, and there it goes, as exactly as I predicted. Immediately went down, and I was like, okay, if we lose the destroyer immediately, this will be bad, because then we won't have any spot. So, but at the moment, we knew that, okay, at least he spotted the Akatsuki, right? He spotted the ships, the enemy ships. So I was like, okay, at least we know that the Akatsuki is there. So I definitely want to now focus the enemy ships. And as you can see, the enemy team is quite pushing quite hard, and basically he will take they have full control over the Charlie. There have like 5 ships close to the Bravo, and they are already capping the Bravo. So those are 2 caps. The Alpha cap, we have a lot of ships there, but as you can see, the enemy team is quite heavily pushing even into Alpha. So they are creating a lot of pressure, and soon we probably lose all the control of all the caps. So right now, what can I do here, right? I don't want to get closer to the München and those Atlantas, because that's too much HE spam for me, and the Jean Bart isn't the most tankiest ship, and we really need to be careful about the HE spam, because you have only 32 millimeters of armor, and I'm not sure if, for example, if they have IFHE, they could even possibly like ban me. Yeah. So right now I was keeping my distance and I was trying to farm the Jean Bart and the Tirpitz. And I noticed that my team, like the King George, Iowa, the second Atlanta, and Lazo, they are all staying too far behind, right? Me and David, we are pushing this flank heavily because we need to pressure them. We need to pressure them. We lost two caps already, and we cannot afford lose any more pressure, right? So what we need to do here is to pressure. So let's try to get rid of the Jean Bart as quickly as possible. Uh, so I will be aiming at him, and then the Tirpitz, I saw the Tirpitz was actually running away, so I will turn in and start pushing into the Jean Bart. Luckily, I don't know if it was Atlanta and probably Lazo and King George, together with Iowa, they were actually quite nicely spamming the Jean Bart, right? And I see that basically the enemy team, look where is the Riga. The enemy Riga is already at D line. She's basically almost it's like 6 minutes in the game and she's almost at our spawn. She basically rushed through the middle to our cap. So I decided, okay, we need to go back towards our side, right? I can see that the Iowa is finally pushing with us. So I was thinking, okay, we can leave here the Iowa. Iowa can keep pushing the Tirpitz and then keep pushing towards this side. And me and David, we will be pushing back, right? I believe that David will in the end decide to go to the bottom part of the map, and I will go to the top because I noticed that the Atlanta, Drake, the Menchen, and even the Riga are there, right? So here I was expecting sometime the torpedoes from the Akatsuki, and I can see that the Akatsuki is playing with the torpedo reload booster. So unfortunately, I ate two torpedoes, but I wasn't that concerned about that because right now there was no one spotting me. I don't know where the Akatsuki exactly was. He probably was sailing away from us because he saw the push. And I'm like, okay, what can I shoot? What can I shoot? Where can I actually use my strong guns, right? And I see the Riga there shooting David, so I'm immediately going after her. And I know that there will be more cruisers there. That was quite unfortunate salvo. I was hoping for citadels, but still it was for like 6,000 salvo. And we already have like 46,000 damage dealt scored. Here the Riga will be showing me broadside, so I was hoping now I can probably delete her, right? And yeah, that was the case. I scored 2 citadels, so... And you saw that David, I was actually pushing behind the island, so he stayed with the Iowa, and I was hoping, okay, the Iowa will support the David, right? Because you can see her here at the G8 facing down, right? But yeah, you will see what will happen, right? So now here and while I'm shooting the Drake, I was quite unfortunate. I couldn't hit any citadels. Like I was hoping for really devastating strikes on the Drake, but he kept angling quite nicely. Even though here I used real booster, and I thought that I aimed quite nicely, but I received only 3 ricochets, so RNG was really poor at this time. And you can see that the left side of our map or of our team completely collapsed. They died. They were pushed back to the Bravo, back to the Bravo line and or line. And again, you can see this was the theme of the whole game. The Iowa King George and the Lazo are still tailing me, you know. Instead of the Iowa pushing down there, so we can have crossfire, she was all the time sailing behind me. It was really weird, and I was quite frustrated because of that. Because we needed crossfire, right? We needed to make sure that we have crossfire. In the end, because the Alaska was spotting uh, because the Alaska was spotting that Riga, and also David was spotting Riga. Sorry, not Riga, the Drake. We were able to finish the Drake, so that was my second kill. Now I'm focusing the Georgia. She was very low. She was giving a lot of broadside. Not it was not complete broadside, but now she was turning quite nicely, and I knew that if I hit the upper belt and get full pants, she's dead basically, right? So that's what happened, right? So that was my third kill, and I knew that okay, I'm not sure here when I was going here. I was thinking to myself, okay, the enemy has more than 760 points right now. That's 500 more points than we have. I'm being detected, so the probably destroyer or one of the cruisers spotted me, and I need to go to Bravo, but I don't want to push blindly into the Atlantas. Why? Because the Atlantas have also torpedoes, so I'm really scared of getting torped by the Atlantas. And I do. You can see how many HE shells are going in my direction, right? That was really scary. So I always wanted to actually make sure that I'm somehow covered by islands, so only one or two Atlantas can shoot at me at the time, and that I knew that I probably will be able to get rid of the Atlantas very quickly, because even though if they would be sitting nose in towards me, I could citadel them because Atlanta has they have very poor armor, right? So now I was like slowing down, trying to slowly sail because I didn't know where the other Atlantas in München were, right? And I didn't want to sail from behind the corner and detect, oh, there is Atlanta 2 kilometers away from me, talking me. Luckily, they were in front of me, so I saw all of them. And after the kill of this second Atlanta, I actually received the Kraken achievement, right? So I have 142,000 damage dealt. And as you can see, Iowa, King George, they are again sailing the exact way as I am. And meanwhile, my teammate David died, but luckily he took the enemy Iowa with him. And I knew that the Strasbourg is actually giving me a lot of side. And if I sail here, then if the Atlanta or München would try to rush me, I was sure that I could actually dodge the torpedoes or avoid enough of the torpedoes to be able to survive the attack from the torpedoes. Here I was hoping for some citadels on the Strasbourg, so I was waiting till I could hit the citadel, but no citadel hits. And here the sub I was unfortunate. I used my reload booster, but basically one turret hit it accurately, and the second turret was aimed into water, so all the shells went into water. Here, in regards to the tirpitz, I knew that the tirpitz has torpedoes, right? So I don't want to push any closer to him. I will actually hit the reverse button and start reversing. And I'm aiming for the upper belt so I can get really nice volleys on the tirpitz, right? And meanwhile, down there, Akatsuki again back the took back the Charlie cap, I now noticed that the King George is pushing the last enemy Atlanta, and I was thinking like, okay, that's not good idea, and uh, I said again to my clanmate, to David, yeah, I bet that the King George, which was, I don't know how much hit points he had at this point. I think he was still quite healthy, I believe. Yeah, almost like 75%, 80% of hit points. And I was telling my clanmate that I bet he will die on the Atlantis to the Atlantis torpedoes. And look what happened, right? You can see the torpedoes going out of the Atlanta, and bam, there it is. Atlanta killed King George. Luckily, we have the Iowa there, uh, and she will spot the Atlanta very soon. Because the Atlanta had only 2,000 hit points, uh, she will destroy the Atlanta. Here, I actually unfortunately beach. Otherwise, I would be the one killing the Atlanta. But because there was wreck of the enemy ship, I was afraid of actually hitting the wreck and stopping. So I was sailing close to the island, and of course there was some shallow reef or whatever was in the water, and it actually stopped me from moving forward. So right now I have 7 kills. Right, I already have Kraken Unleashed, Confederate, and High Caliber Sword. And I knew that, okay, we need to protect Bravo, right? I will go to Alpha. We are still losing more than 250 points, right? So I was thinking, okay, somebody needs to stop, or go to Charlie and stop the points. And I was telling my teammates to stay in Bravo. To stay in Bravo, we need to defend the Bravo because we cannot allow the Akatsuki to cap. There's like less than 3 minutes left in the game, and we cannot allow the Akatsuki to gain more points. Otherwise, we will need to kill the Akatsuki instead of just capping, right? So I was aiming. I was not detected, so I was hoping maybe the Akatsuki will sail towards me. I have still one main battery reload booster, which I can use, and I already loaded high explosive shells because the only destroyer is left. Yeah, so immediately I'm going here. Iowa is actually reversing back to the Bravo. The Alaska is finally pushing into the Charlie, and she's capping. So we know that the destroyer isn't at Charlie, but because the destroyer kept the Charlie, so he will be most likely somewhere between Charlie and Bravo, or he might be going around the bigger South Island and sailing towards me. But I'm not sure at this point, right? But soon we will see. I can actually tell you, I will not score any more hits on the enemy team because the Iowa actually will spot the Akatsuki. Alaska used the I don't know how. Probably the Akatsuki shot, or she didn't have the full concealment build. I don't know, but it was an Alaska radar because Alaska will use radar soon. And I saw the Iowa. Yeah, right now Alaska is using radar, and you can see the Iowa actually will eat all the torpedoes from the Akatsuki. But just before she died, she was able to shoot the Akatsuki, and that's it. So let me show you the result screen, right? So in the end, we dealt 189,000 damage. We sank 7 ships, so we carried this team very hard. Um, we end up having Kraken Unleashed, Confederate, High Caliber, and Dreadnought achievements, and because I was using the basic economic flags, well, which were giving me plus 50% to credits and minus 20% to post battle costs, I was able with this result to get more than 1 million credits. And let me show you the team standing, right? So here it is. Let me uh, tell you something about this. Okay, so I end up being first on an experience. Uh, we or I got 2,686 base experience. David in Brindisi, he was actually in the middle of the pack, but he still dealt quite a decent number of damage. The Mayhem, as you can see, only 328,000. It's 328 base XP, and he even detonated with the last salvo. I believe he even detonated. So it was like, yeah, from the beginning we knew it was quite difficult. And luckily we were matched against a lot of tier 7 ships, tier 7 light cruisers, which I was able to quickly delete, quickly destroy, and we were able to carry this game. And the last thing I will show you is my belt on the Jean Bart. So here is the Jean Bart port, right? So let's go quickly into equipment. First off, main armament modification for the main battery survivability, because with the Jean Bart you are losing, like, you were losing quite often the gun turrets, but it's better from the new patch. It's way better, and I will tell you why, because when we will get into the captain skills. Second, I'm using pure tank build on the Jean Bart. So second slot damage control system, less chance of catching fires and floodings. Third slot aiming system modification 1. You want the accuracy on your guns. Fourth slot again damage control system modification 2. This time short duration of floodings and fires. Fifth slot concealment system modification 1 to have decreased detectability range, and in the sixth slot main material modification 3 to get better reload on the Jean Bart's guns. Right? In regards to consumables, there's nothing special. You cannot choose any of them, though these are actually not interchangeable, so nothing being said there. Let's continue to captain skill. So with the captain skills, here is the reason why we have better survivability on the turrets now from the new patch, because usually on the majority of the battleships you don't want to take preventive maintenance first as the first skill. There are maybe usually you want to go gun feeder, or you want to go emergency repair specialist. So your damage control party and your repair party, your heal and damage con are reloaded faster. So this is also useful. But I suggest you to go with the Jean Bart as the preventive maintenance first, because this improves the risk, reduces the risk of a main turret being incapacitated by additional 30%. So suddenly you have skill preventive maintenance, which the old patches you were not taking on any battleship. Now you can actually you are actually starting the build with the preventive maintenance. because I there was too many cases, uh, too many cases when the enemy team was aiming for the Jean Bart's turrets, and you were losing the turrets immediately, especially when those were high caliber AP shots from other battleships, or even ships like Petropavlovsk, Stalingrad, Alaska. They all Moskva. They all could quite easily destroy your turrets. Since the new patch, I didn't lose permanently a single turret. The, I had like two cases when they actually temporarily incapacitated them, but it was not permanent. It was not permanently destroyed. So definitely, I went preventive maintenance first. Then, of course, I went grease the gears to have better traverse speed. Then uh, adrenaline rush to increase your DPM when you lose a little bit of hit points. And then I went for a Deadeye. I'm preferring Deadeye before all the other four-point skills. So I went Deadeye, then I went actually concealment and fire prevention. In this order, even though I think the fire prevention would be better before the concealment, and the concealment would be better before taking Deadeye, because the synergy between the concealment and the Deadeye is quite nice. But as I mentioned, I was going directly for the Deadeye. I'm doing it on all my battleships, always going for the Deadeye, and I'm doing it even though on my secondary battleships, where I'm going Deadeye first, and then I'm going for the secondary battery secondary battery skills. So this was the order: Deadeye, concealment, fire prevention. You can swap between the fire prevention and concealment. And then I had one more point, so I used it into emergency weapon specialist. And as the last point, I will go most likely, because not last point, but last 2 points, which I will go most likely into priority target, because I'm not sure if we need engine boost. Well, I can prolong the engine boost with the consumable enhancements, but I priority target more, and especially because it gives you a lot of information, and there is no better actually skill to take. So it would be between consumable enhancement or the priority target. I don't think you need to go A gunner. You have decent AAs, but if you are facing tier 10 carrier, it will drop you twice before you're able to do anything. And if you are spammed by high explosives or high caliber high explosives, you will lose the AA. So I don't think it's that useful. I would definitely prefer priority target. So that would be my build. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, like it. If you don't, subscribe, and see you later, guys. Bye.